So this tech company right here is paying me $2,500 a month to film content for their company. And my videos will be posted on their YouTube and run as ads on their behalf. And today I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I landed them, how I do competitor research, viral research, scripting, creative strategy, filming, editing, and deliver the content, all while maintaining successful performance for their videos. Frankly, I'm gonna do something today that I've never ever seen done in the history of YouTube and expose my entire process that gets me paid anywhere between $5,000 to $15,000 per month through brand deals. Yay! So you know what to do. Take out your notebook, take out your pen, and let's get started. And by the end of this video, you'll not only see, but know exactly how to land and deliver monthly retainers like this to your clients or future clients. But before we jump in, if you're new here, my name is Gloria. I've been a content creator for the past 3 years, and I grew my content business from the ground to 10K months and beyond, making over $200,000 from it over the past 2 to 3 years. And it helped me quit my job at Walmart and travel the world full time. Today, I'm exposing it all to help you possibly land your next paid brand deal and even possibly a monthly retainer. Shh, with my proven methods. So let's jump in. Now, jumping in here, I want to first show you exactly how I landed the collab before I show you exactly how I'll deliver on the collab, do all the scripting, the viral strategy and research and all that fun stuff. First, I'm gonna show you exactly how I landed it so you can see how you can land a collab like this too. Unfortunately, I don't have the original email thread, but I do have proof of concept here with all of the emails that we've been going back and forth with, everything like that. But it starts right here. So I was reaching out to him. This email is not the original one. This one is after our initial collab. I cannot find the ones with our initial collab because we originally, before we had this $2,500 per month collab, we had a collab that was just $450, but it was a paid deal, $450 paid deal. That's amazing, right? I'm very grateful for that. But then it turned into a $2,500 deal. The biggest mistake creators have in the content creation UGC brand deal industry is that brand should pay you retainers right up front. No, you have to gain the trust with the brand and then they'll pay you retainer once they realize, hey, they actually like working with you. So that's kind of what it looks like. Now let's jump into exactly how I landed them. So again, I don't have the original email chain, but what I do have is the pitch that I originally sent them. So what I did is I reached out to AI Apply. I got their marketing email, and then I sent over this pitch. I said, hey, first name. I came across, hey, Joanne. I came across AI Apply on social media, and I wanted to share a few UGC ideas to show how easy and useful your platform is for users. With more people looking for tools that make business simple and speed up their work, UGC is the quickest way to show real value, get more signups, and lower customer costs, right? This is for AI creator apps and software, right? I would have made the email a little bit more customized to the kind of app he has, just a tech tool to help everyday people land jobs, right? So I would have made it more customized like that. One idea is a short 30-second demo. So paragraph 1 is introduction of me and what value I can bring. UGC is the quickest way to show real value, get more signups, and lower customer acquisition or customer costs, right? Boom. Like that's exactly the benefit and the help that I can provide to AI Apply. And this is so important because if I didn't have that line there, they'd be like, what's in it for me? A lot of creators are love bombing these brands saying, I love your product, I love your platform. But they're like, I know deep down you haven't even used it. You're just mass pitching these brands, right? And my competitors as well. So I can tell you don't have love in the game. So that's why you have to add some strategy in the way that you actually reach out to these companies. So one idea is a short 30-second demo. Add some value into the actual pitch. Hey, 30-second demo. Here's some value in here to show the tech brand that you actually have some game to yourself, that you actually know what you're doing. Come on. So one short 30-second demo of a creator testimonial showing how fast someone can go from start to finish using your platform. If you know anything about AI apps and software or creator apps and software, a lot of people don't buy them or sign up with them because they're too overcomplicated looking, or they seem too overcomplicated before they jump in, or their first like 30 seconds in the platform is just like, whoa. So if you can align a solution through content creation and UGC to these companies, that's game over because nobody knows how to do that. Nobody knows the pain points that these companies have. So you want to drop the pain points so they're like, she gets me, she understands me in the email. So it's about that creator idea. So we have the idea, okay, a demo. Demos are an amazing pitch to offer to these companies. It works because it combines real proof with genuine voice, Boom, it works because of this. Here's the idea. It works because of this. It's authentic. And then for you, this is what it means, and this is what it means for AI apply, more downloads, stronger retention, better returns on ad spend, right? Boom, they're like, okay, that's where they're hooked. Okay, more return on ad spend. Okay, that's where they're hooked. We have to make this email brand centered. We have to put it in them instead of what looks good to us, what looks good to them. Otherwise, we're never, ever, ever going to land paid deals, much less retainers. And then we know what paragraph 1 is, paragraph 2 is. Now let's jump to paragraph 3. It's social proof and a little bit about you. Of course, we want the 80-20 rule, what we can do for them 80% of the time and 20% a little bit about us, so they know that we're credible. So I've helped brands like yours with relatable, high converting UGC, and I've helped clients across the board reach millions of views and consistently drive 2 to 4x ROI. If you are a beginner, like most people watching this, you probably can't say something like that yet, which is totally fine. If you've worked with a couple brands, mention those. If you haven't, don't mention you're a beginner. They don't care. All they want to see is in here is that you're committed. So you can say, I help tech brands like yours drive a better ROI. Like, say what you can say, drive a better ROI with content as well. And I offer unlimited revisions until or something like that, something unique to you. Also, industry standard is 2 to 4x ROI when it comes to UGC versus traditional ads. So that's something that I looked up and I just used that stat. Yes, I drove a 2 to 4x ROI for brands, companies, agencies, but that's a stat that you can use in general because that's UGC. But it's up to you and your comfort zone and what you want to do. If it doesn't feel right to you, don't do it. I'd love to bring the same impact to company name, AI apply. Would you like me to share a few examples? Thank you, Gloria. I always say this, if you don't want me to reach out to you again, just say it. We have to put that on there. Otherwise, we don't want an illegal strike on our emails from the government, whatever country that you're from. So you want to make sure that's on there. But this is the email. It looks like this, and you can customize this per niche. Say you want to reach out to skincare brands. You put this into AI, and you ask AI, hey, just keep everything the same, the 3-paragraph rule, everything like that, as concise. We don't want to make it look like a college essay like some creators do. No, just 3 paragraphs, simple, straight to the point. That's trending right now. Simple and straight to the point, no fluff. And then have it customize it for your niche. Like, hey, skincare. And it's going to say, hey, with more people looking for a natural skincare products with natural ingredients. It's going to like customize some of the words to make it sound good. But this pitch template is proven with my business. I've used it for some of my biggest top clients I've ever worked with. And then my students and creators that I connect brands with as well, and I train them up and connect them to brands. They use this as well on their own personal UGC businesses, and it's proven. This pitch has landed so many people their first paid brand deal, it is not even funny. So I advise you to screenshot this, steal this, do whatever you want with this, and essentially use it to land your first paid brand deal in retainer. Now, you saw the email right here. This is our email back and forth. This is a real collab. I don't know how I can fake this, to be honest. I'm going to refresh this, make sure that you see that this is absolutely real. I'm going back and forth with the brand. I just sent and delivered the batch of videos I'm going to show you in a second to this company. I'm going to go walk through exactly how I did it live. So I'm in the future right now, but I just delivered it 3 hours ago. I'm waiting for a response. But I delivered the content there. But it all started with this platform called Bento. Now, Bento, it's a very simple, easy to use platform. It looks very complicated, but there's only a few tabs on the left-hand side that we use, like search for brands, templates. This is where you load in your templates, and essentially campaigns. And Bento, in recap, is an email sending platform for everyday creators like me and like you that are looking to land collabs. And believe it or not, I actually landed my paid brand deal from Bento. AI Apply is from Bento. This literally week 3, I signed up with Bento. I landed them as a paid brand deal, which is very cool. And then once you, the reason why they came back is because I provided amazing content to them. I knew how to provide that content, but I used Bento. And what I did is I just searched up brands in the apps and software, SaaS and business, or you could, I don't know what I clicked, but I clicked something. I just pressed email. And then I have my template that I just showed you. I loaded it in here. And then it, as you can see in the template, it has custom values in here, like company name, first name. Obviously, we don't message or email that to companies. It auto-fills in Bento. So I recommend Bento for any beginner trying to get off the ground with their UGC business, only because it's helped me and a lot of my creator students do this exact thing. So it changed my life, and this is where AI Apply was from. Bento. So I've made my money back times 10 with Bento. There's multiple different package options. There's like a $30 per month one, there is a free version, and then there's like a $50 per month one. And if you'd like a discount, I'll drop my like affiliate link down below. And if you want to use it and support this video, letting me know that you like this kind of content, by all means, it'd mean the world to me, but you don't have to use it. And at the same time, I don't really make much money from this either, so that's not why I'm promoting this tool. I'm literally just showing you exactly how my method, how I landed the deal with AI Apply. So I sent the email and then I just sent it like that. And then it just scheduled. I'm still scheduled there. And then you can also set up in Bento just automatic campaigns. As you can see, you can create a campaign. I don't want to go over this tool amazingly, I don't want to go over this tool and make this, I don't want to make this whole video about this tool. But Bento changed my life. You can set up campaigns and go through this, and they make it very, very simple and user-friendly, which is very cool. So yeah, again, the link is down below if you want to try it out. You don't need tools like this to succeed as a creator, but they do absolutely save you time and help you speed up the process. So that's that. But yes, I landed this deal with that pitch with Bento, because Bento sourced their actual marketing email, CEO email for me, and I sent over that pitch through the campaign I made on Autopilot. So I basically landed them in my sleep. So that's number one, exactly how I landed this paid brand deal, just to be transparent with you, so you can see exactly how I fulfill on them. So let's jump into how I actually fulfilled this brand deal. And it starts with the market research and the viral video research. So let's jump right in. What's up, team? Today I'm gonna show you a behind the scenes of me planning, doing market research, really just like creating the whole collab behind the scenes. So again, I'm planning, doing market research, I'm scripting, I'm looking at viral videos, and I'm swiping live with you here. I'm gonna be going like front to back UGC collab with you right now. This video might be a long one, but I want you to see exactly how I deliver a $2,000 collab. This is a $2,000 to $3,000 collab right now. It's a monthly retainer I have, and I'm gonna show you behind the scenes exactly how I do everything A to Z with them. So let's jump in. For context, I got my ring light out here. I'm all set up, mics on. I'm seriously like scripting it all live. I'm getting it ready live, and I'll be filming live. So I'm gonna be in this room probably for the next like 6 hours straight, helping you and teaching you exactly how I do it behind the scenes so you can do it too. We're gonna go over everything front to back. I'm even gonna show you how I deliver it. So let's jump in right now. So now that we know this, let's jump into step number one here, which is competitor research. So AI Apply, I already have the website, I already have everything. I'm gonna show you how I use Poppy AI to actually do proper competitor research. Now I do have a separate demo on how to actually use this. This might look like a complicated board, but this is exactly how I do my competitor research, my scripting, viral video analysis, and creative strategy all together here step by step to actually get like half of the collab done in like 10, 20 minutes. And I'm gonna show you how simple this is step by step right now. So I already have the brief open for AI Apply right here and what they kind of expect to see. This is more of a general brief they gave me, and it's less of like a direct, this is how you do it. It's more so like, here's what you need to understand about the company. So I'm gonna read this quick, I'm gonna brief over it, and I'm gonna make sure I'm fully educated about the company quick. Now, AI Apply is an AI agent that works 24/7 to help you get your dream job. Job searching is exhausting, and applying to jobs takes weeks. AI Apply helps you move faster, apply smarter, and show up more confidently by doing the heavy lifting for you. With AI Apply, you can auto-apply to hundreds of jobs and save hours or days of application time. This is what they want, the perfect creative. This is what they expect, which is gold right here. Do not brief over this when it comes to the briefs that you get. What I can do is I can actually like file, download this information, or even like completely copy this, like literally Control A, Control C, everything, and then get this into Poppy here. And I'm going to just drop a text box here of everything. I'm putting the AI Apply information on here. So I'll get competitor research. I'm gonna put this brief somewhere else, and I'm gonna integrate it into the flow in a second. Who are the competitors for this company here? The biggest competitors, right? Then I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna copy the website I already saved inside of my collab manager. And then we're gonna see what Claude gives us here. Okay, so looking at all of these websites, see what it says. And you can do this in ChatGPT as well. Give me the websites. websites and Instagram, TikTok profile for both, right? I haven't personally, like before our first collab, I haven't broken into like the job applying space. And chances are if you're a newer creator, you probably haven't broken into maybe the niche company that you're working with as well. So it's important to do research, especially if you want a long-term collab. Treat every single collab one time off, right? One-time collab is a long-term collab. Do the research, do the work, show them what you got so you can move forward into a monthly retainer. So we're gonna put it into our Poppy board that we got here. lazyapply.com, yeah, that looks like about right. Seems like one of their competitors, absolutely. And then final round AI. Looks like a pretty decent, well, yeah, it looks very, very accurate to it as well. So those are really good. If you don't have the competitors, again, ask them. If they don't give them to you and you want to just jump right in, just do research on the industry. Add 2 or 3 competitors in there. I just dropped 2 in here today. So now let's jump into adding the prompt into the chatbot. So all we need to do in this is Control-C and then Control-V in here, and then it's going to take everything from before in here and just put it in here into a competitor analysis. And this is where we need to read and actually think. And it's the boring part to UGC, is just reading and thinking and strategizing, but it makes it so easy with AI tools like this. Absolutely. As that's loading back to my collab board here, you might be wondering why I have like a drive folder and how I organize things. So I have a drive folder here, like with all of these. This is like the basic information of the collab and how many videos, like, so you have it all here. I even have the email chain here, where if I go to the Gmail, I just copied the URL when I'm here, I can go back to the email thread and see exactly what it kind of looks like. But anyway, going back over here, I have a drive folder and I organize all of my collabs. So this is collab number 2. I did collab number 1. So I mark them in just simple drive folders. And then I have like a clients folder inside of my UGC drive folder. And then I have apps and software. So clients, I organize them by agencies, brands, apps, software, random projects in between companies, like referrals and random people who just need one video. And then I'll do AI Apply, which is one of the huge software companies I've worked with. And then there we go. So there it is. And then boom, now it's loaded. That's essentially how I organize things, and just keeping it into a collective single source of truth. It's called a single source of truth, where all of your information on one brand is one place like this. So we can grab it from one place and we don't need to be everywhere and all over and scattered. It's a single source of truth, it's called. I think it's super beneficial to read because it just put all of the information you would have to manually go search for in one like breakdown here. So I'm going to speed through this, read this, understand it, question it even. Remember, AI is not 100% all the time, but it is a great tool to see what is the 100%. So I'm going to look at this and analyze the top 2 competitors here. So I say for this collab, some of the great weaknesses are, first of all, there's no emotional storytelling. So there's no walking through pain points. It's just like, boom, cool feature when I know how to storytell and I can create scripts that are feature-based and maybe a little bit of storytelling. I know AI apps like this, they don't completely rely upon stories, but I think that AI companies like this absolutely need a story. Every company needs a story because a company is ran by a human being, and human beings buy from human beings, right? And human beings have problems, and that's why this company exists. So I think that adding a story in here would be great. As I'm analyzing this, opportunities to beat them, I'm so glad that Poppy does this. Build a TikTok presence they don't have, create content and address the, does mass applying actually work? Show real success stories with faces and names, use humor about job hunting to build loyal audience. So I mean, I think we can double down on what's already working for AI Apply, which is an angle similar to what their competitors use. But same time, we can add some more storytelling elements, this is telling me, to make it a little bit more better. Like obviously this would be a little bit irrelevant because this is just like a traditional 5 to 8 video per month collab for us. But competitor to final round AI, who they target job seekers preparing for interviews, especially for competitive roles, tech, financing, counseling, or consulting. So this is mainly the interview co-pilot that AI Apply has that feature on. It's a little bit different, as I'm kind of taking this like a grain of salt, because AI Apply has this feature. If I'm doubling down on this feature, I can like double down on angles that are working for their competitors too and figure out how to adapt, copy, make better, copy, make better. I'm seeing a pattern here is these companies don't really have much of a story, no storytelling, and no emotions intertwined in their content. If I subtly do it while keeping it the same format in the same, if I subtly do it, keeping it, and going through my thoughts here, keep it the same format, that works, but adding some sort of like story and emotion targeting, I think that's how we can outcompete these competitors here. For people, build a community around job seekers, not just show transformation stories, real people, real results, real emotions. Yes, and it's all about like showing stories. So I'm wondering if I can reach out to the company and maybe storytell a testimonial or something as well. Let's see. I love when it tells me why it works. It makes so much sense. It gives me hooks too, which I love. See, screen recording demos are so popular for AI tools like this, that are like computer AI tools, not apps. I want to integrate screen recording demos into before and after storytelling. This got like 1.9 million views. I got a lot of love from other UGC creators, from the group as well in UGC World, but essentially, like this is one of their most viral ads and they put a lot of spend behind it. So this is an ad. It didn't just get like 1.9 million views willy-nilly. It's an ad, but they keep running it. They're running it and running it and running it. And they've been running it for probably the past like 8 months at this point, which is really long time to run an ad. Usually like after 2 to 3 months, they see if the ads die out or if they're winning ads. And this is a winning ad. And I'm also wearing the same shirt, which is cool. So meaning that the shirt is working. So I was integrating emotions in here. This is a demo, green screen. It's super engaging. I'm gonna double down on this format since it works, but how can I make this better now? I've worked with this collab or brand before. Maybe I can have, like my audio is a little bit like muffled, so maybe crisper audio is number one. Number two, I'm gonna dissect this a little bit more. Maybe I can double down on different pain points and everything like that. I know that AI Apply is asking for like a different kind of video now, so I'm gonna double down on that angle they already gave me, but it makes sense. Like I know exactly like their competitors now. I know what they're doing. I know what's trending in the industry, so I don't have to recreate the wheel now. So let's go to viral video analysis here. So viral video analysis, these are my old Cloud9 clothing videos in here. So I'm gonna take these out and delete them all. But I'm gonna put in that viral video I already got for them. And I'm gonna look on AI Apply to see if there's any more viral videos. And also I'm gonna have Claude maybe search some more viral videos for me inside of their pages as well. So, or Poppy can do that too. By all means, you don't need Claude. You can use Poppy for a lot of this stuff. But let me see. Wow, there's a lot of stock footage in here. I wonder if they have a bigger brand on TikTok. I'm gonna go on their website and take a look. But they got stock footage and I'm not doing that, meaning that they are sleeping on their content strategy right here. They're sleeping, meaning I could possibly go after their competitor too when it comes to UGC. So that's something as well. I didn't sign any agreement not to. Would I do that to my client? Not really though. So they just got Instagram, it looks like. Only an Instagram strategy. Let's go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is probably not gonna be any content that I can like replicate, but interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's go here. This is a different AI tool with it, but I think it's still cool to study it. So let's see where I can take it. AI tools that are a little bit more reactive like this, that are like with like person to person, like direct. It's easier to go viral, I think, because you can incorporate more people and different formats in here. Let's take a look at their TikTok first here. Yes, I can see the viral style videos. People like to see the real time like reactions, and even though those are skits, oh, whoops, I'm gonna put this over here instead. They're skits, I'm going to add it in here as well. So competitor viral videos, let's see what else this guy got here. Boom, that's a good one as well. It's viral because it's reactive. When you're looking at these, also analyze them yourself. Why are they viral? And then AI will help you as well. Elevate that. What you can do is go to most popular posts. Usually they're pinned, but you can see, wow, like this company goes viral like every day. That's a good one as well. Like different formats and different reasons why they went viral. This isn't exactly the software, but it's something that we can learn from. Like it's not a direct, exact competitor. I'm gonna lazyapply.com. I'm gonna look them up on YouTube as well. Actually, I'm gonna go to AI Apply too, because I know they have other viral videos and styles. This is like a traditional ad. It's a demo ad though, so that's interesting. I am the second most viral video here, 1.9 million views. These aren't even UGC ads. Let me go to shorts here to see what is viral. Yes, 4.4 million views, meaning that they put a lot of spend behind this one. So the more collateral you give Poppy, the better. So now that I got some viral videos and I analyzed them, what we can do next, just to get into the AI, is Control A, Control C, and then drop this prompt analyzing. Basically, it's telling you to analyze all of the patterns in these viral videos. We can replicate what works and what doesn't work for AI Apply. So I'm gonna go back to the instructions that he gave me, the owner of AI Apply, the CEO, and he gave me the brief, the general brief, but in the email, he gave me exactly what he wanted. So I'm gonna go back to the email, open that up. He said, boom, this is what I want. He wants more demos on these. So I'm gonna Control C. I'm going to drop them actually in like a Notion, on his Notion card down here. And then I'm going to just refer to this moving forward. Deliverables right here. How to automate your job applications end-to-end, set up auto apply pipeline. So this is the first video he wants. Second, how to build an ATS-friendly resume with AI in minutes. Beautiful. And he wants these to be 60-second videos in horizontal style. So that should be fun. And then these are like targeting specific features, it looks like. AI interview simulator. So I already watched some viral videos of the AI video simulator that his competitors are using. They're super viral. Okay, how can I replicate that? That would be maybe time I'd section off with my friend, like tomorrow or something. Whenever she's open to hop on Zoom and do like a fake simulation, I'll record it as well. So that should be fun. So we got a lot going on here. By the way, I already read this, but it's basically going over all of the features. Copy that. And let's go back into this here. And then once we script it, so we're gonna paste this. The competitor analysis is gonna be in here, but viral video dissection is gonna be in here. We don't need to add the product page because I already got the website and that is the product, but I'm going to add in text. I'm going to add in deliverables. Boom. Let's see if I can zoom in and call it deliverables here. There we go. So deliverables right here. And then I'm gonna take the competitor analysis and viral video dissection we already did, and then drop them in there. I'm thinking about Poppy, it's touchy, so beware about where you grab that. So, got that in here. Now that we got that, let's create some ad scripts here. So that's what we're gonna do. It already has my voice in here, so it knows exactly my tonality. And it already has the viral video analysis, the deliverables that they expect, and then the script and then the prompt here. Make sure like the prompt is a little bit generic, so feel free to like go in and add it your own, because I can't add it like your own, you gotta add it your own. So I'm gonna tell it to use my deliverables use the deliverables the brand told me to use. The deliverables that the brand told me to use. They'll want you to create your own videos, absolutely. Here is the script. I genuinely don't think this is the first script here. Boom, now it's gonna give me scripts for each deliverables. Underneath, like this prompt literally goes over, yo, make sure that we're using every single thing that you learned from before, especially the viral video analysis. The scripts are a little bit short. I'm gonna make them, they're fine. They can be 30 to 60 seconds. It just depends upon how you act them out and how you reenact them. So like the creative strategy is most important. We're gonna jump it because scripting is one thing, but creative strategy is another thing. So directions to film, how will you film? Which shot will you use to film? Those are so important when it comes to this. So we're going to go ahead and do this now. I'm gonna read the scripts obviously, and if there's any adjustments, AI is not perfect. So if there's any adjustments, we're going to make them. It literally is going into the software. Like it goes into like the directions in the software and past videos on the AI Apply that I gave it. And it's like giving me the directions like it already went through the software and already tested it out, which is so interesting. Boom, it's telling me why it worked. I always like to ask AI, like, why the heck is it going to work? Because if I understand why it works, then I can replicate that and just get better at it as a creative strategist and a marketer. Now that we got this, basically we built ourselves a script brief so far. So that's cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna copy the scripts. So I'm gonna copy this 5 scripts, and then I'm gonna copy the reasons behind the scripts, and I'm gonna paste them in here. I'm gonna add a text box and paste it in here as well. And then essentially we're gonna have the creative strategy use viral formats. I'm gonna actually add to this prompt here, use viral formats from research and give me a reason on why they work. There we go. So I'm gonna copy this, copy, and then this is already connected to the chatbot, so I'm going to put this in here. And then AI, again, is not perfect, so I'm gonna look at everything, I'm gonna adjust things, but it's gonna be pretty damn close, knowing how I train my Poppy here on this template. So yes, I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm gonna go in here, see what it gave me. This is the scripts and creative strategy. All of them. Strategy in a chart. That would be cool though. Make it concise. Avoid AI dashes. Enter. Awesome. This is gonna take a second, but it'll spit out my scripts as it's doing right now. It's giving me everything I need to actually get these put together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, as this is printing out, I'm gonna go to my Drive folder here for AI Apply, and then I'm going to create a new doc so I can organize this. Because it's in Poppy right now, I'm gonna drop it into a doc. Sometimes it's easier for me to see it in a doc, so I can transport it into my teleprompter after. So AI Apply scripts, collab 2, in case I need to search it in Drive. So I'm gonna do like script, I'm gonna organize them by script so they're easier in these tabs, script 1. Now that it's in here, we can jump into copying this, literally just copy it. I'd like drop it into the doc here. So creative strategy for each. And I can organize it with creative strategy, and yeah, I'll just call it creative strategy, and then scripts. So for all 5 videos, just for easy organization, copying and pasting it here from Poppy, just to show you what's going on. Feel free to organize in whatever way that makes sense to you. But I'm gonna go back to the script here. So I have the scripts outlined as well, so I can practice them. Even though the scripts are in the creative strategy, it's much easier to practice. I like to make my docs pageless, personal preference, only because I don't like the line break, especially when I'm scrolling. It's not satisfying to myself. There we go. And then now we got everything broken down. I'm gonna go over all of this one more time, add any adjustments that I think need to be adjusted, but this is very, very, very good scripting. It's not just using AI without any like market research, backgrounds, understanding the gaps that competitors have. No, this is strategic by Poppy. So this is so cool. I'm gonna go over the scripts and creative strategy and double check everything to make sure everything is how I want it to be. And then afterwards, I'm going to start filming one of the videos here to show you how I do it. So now I have everything sorted out. I can even delete everything here. Delete, and just go back to this. And then the cool thing about AI is you can like adjust it, make it easier for you to read. Like look at boom, script 3, script 4 with the drop downs. So much easier to read, for goodness sakes. There we go. Something about me is I get overwhelmed sometimes when I look at so much, right? So now that we organize them, we can just work out one at a time, especially for 5 video projects. I want the interview simulator to be for number 4, I want style review. Beautiful, this is so funny. This is exactly like the viral ones that we did research on. So this is beautiful, but better and accustomed to AI apply. I'm gonna go to the drive folder because I already know what's next. So I'm gonna make a folder in the collab folder called footage or videos, right? And in the videos, I'm going to create a different folder for each video. So video 1, video 2, especially when you do collabs like this, it's important to like keep things very organized. Video 3, video 4, video 5, and then I'm gonna create like some general B-roll to use on every single one. And I'm gonna show you how I edit it, and then I'm gonna give directions to my editor to edit the rest, because you must understand how to edit it yourself before you outsource to editors. The directions, the mental, like the meta skill sets essentially when it comes to editing. So don't outsource editing if you're new to an editor, but if you are like a 2, 5, 10K per month creator and beyond, by all means, if editing, you need help editing and you already cracked editing, that's perfect, because you can get organized. But essentially when we film, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be filming this. I'm gonna film the script and the voiceover, and then I'm gonna be putting in video 1. And the last thing we want is for all the footage to just be in one folder and super mixed up. So after I film one at a time video 1, it's gonna be in there. And I'm gonna film them all at one time, but my workflow is to upload the content right after I film so I don't confuse anything or get overwhelmed with that. So script number 1 right here, I'm going to be going in here and filming this all right now. So even with the B-roll voiceover ones, I still can put B-roll because the A-roll technically is a voiceover, B-roll over it. So that should be fun. And also screen recording, I'm gonna do some fun green screens on top of this that the creative strategy didn't add. I can go to Poppy and be like, hey, add some green screen style, but I already kind of know what to do since I've done this collab before. On some of the B-rolls, I'm gonna add some like just fun little B-roll of me on a green screen in front and pointing to things as it's more engaging like that. I did this for motion and AI apply software like this that's AI based, and then on the computer they love that stuff and it's proven. So this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna set up my stuff and I'm gonna film this right freaking now. Let's go. Now it is time to paste the script into the teleprompter here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy the whole entire script. I'm gonna Control-C or copy it into the clipboard. I'm gonna open up on my teleprompter here, I use this teleprompter app. It's just called Teleprompter right there. You can just search it up. And then it has a capital T. I open it up here and I'm going to click open a new, press allow. And then I have a Mac, so I can just paste it on here. If you don't have a Mac, that's totally fine. Just send it to yourself through an email, drop it on a note, or WhatsApp, even message yourself and get it on your phone. Paste it in, and then boom, it's in. Remember, when you paste it in, it is so important to make sure this is formatted correctly. So go in here and format this correctly. Sentence by sentence, I like to add spaces because, this is so important, because if they're not spaced out correctly, you're gonna say the grammar wrong and you're gonna say the sentences wrong. They must be spaced out correctly so you can read it properly, kind of like you read a book. If you read a book and the grammar was totally wrong, there's extra like spaces everywhere, there's no spaces anywhere, it'd be very hard to read that in like singular sentences. Give yourself some room on the teleprompter. And I realized my audio was on the whole time, so I'm gonna recopy and paste it in here and show you how it's done. I like to name it as well. Video 1. There we go. You name it the brand, whatever it is, and then boom. I like the floating option on my teleprompter. I'm going to refresh it. Make sure that the teleprompter I use, I pay once a year for it. And it has AI on it. So it doesn't have like a regular speed. It goes at my own speed. I'll show you. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn. See, it just goes, it's so cool because it goes as I speak because it uses AI. So it has a very powerful AI tool in here, and that's why I pay for it. It's like 15 bucks a year, something crazy like that. It's like nothing a year, and it is a lifesaver. So I recommend this teleprompter. Whatever teleprompter you have, you can use the one in CapCut too, that works as long as it helps you flow really well. So let's go film. I want to film it in natural lighting. It said on the brief, film it in natural lighting. There's not really good natural lighting here, but there's some good natural lighting somewhere around the office. So I'm going to go, I'm going to take you along, and I'm going to film these live, and you're going to see how I film them live. Let's go. All right, I found a cool office up here in the co-working I'm at. If you're looking for like a good place, clear off your kitchen table, or maybe go to a cafe and film in public. Sometimes it's like super casual filming in public, but I got my camera set up. Lighting is pretty bad right here, but I got my camera set up there. I'm gonna be sitting here and I'm gonna make sure I'm direct to the sun, because I'm gonna show you when you're directly facing the sun. I'm in front of a nice big window. Look how cool and nice that lighting is right here. So you can directly watch me film a UGC video live right now. I got my microphones plugged in here. We're ready to go. I'm out of breath because I just ran up 2 flights of stairs, grabbing my piece to my microphone that I left down there. But watch me film this video here. And I like to do a pre-film SOP. I just did some exercise, climbing some freaking steps. I like to do some like laughing. Like this is what I do. And it might sound really, really idiotic, but I force myself to laugh for 30 seconds and then I get in a better mood or think of a good memory at the same time, and then I go. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. Ha 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 ha. I hate doing this on camera. Okay, now I'm in a better mood. I do that for 30 seconds or 20 more seconds, but I think you get the point until a real laugh comes out, because I like to laugh at how stupid I sound doing this, but you also can think of your favorite memory and laugh at that too, whatever it might be. But that's how I go about this. So I'm gonna reset the teleprompter here on my phone. I make sure that I'm in the center of the grid. The grid is on my phone. If you don't have the grid on your camera, this is your sign to turn it on. The background is very nice, so I'm not gonna blur anything in the background. I got a nice plant behind me. Maybe I'll move the plant a little bit because it's in a weird spot behind it, like directly. Maybe I'll move it that way. Nice, clean, nothing's in the camera. Good, all right. Do that. Center, beautiful. Let's rock and roll. I applied to hundreds of jobs and I didn't send a single one myself. I'm gonna have the brief open at the same time. Sorry, cut this out. Fuck, I don't have my fucking computer. All right, whatever. I applied to hundreds of jobs and I didn't send a single one myself. I applied to hundreds of jobs and I didn't send a single one myself. So pause. What I'm doing right now, I'm reading the script, is if I say a line and I didn't like the line, I'm gonna repeat the line. Remember, do not stop yourself in middle of the line if you mess up or stop, right? I'm going to re-say the entire sentence, the entire line, instead of fumbling on a word and re-saying the word in the line. Otherwise, when you cut it, it's gonna sound super choppy. Make sure each sentence in the whole entire video, it sounds very, very nice. It sounds very good. And even if you mess up in between sentences, that's fine, because you can chop that out, right? But sentence by sentence, it has to be good. It has to be good. So in between sentences, you can mess up, you can re-say sentences, but make sure sentence by sentence is good. Awesome. I'm going to restart here. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. I'm gonna pick this up here as well. Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. Step 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. Criteria in, application out, responses tracked. Most people are still doing this manually and wondering why they're not even getting any callbacks. All right, I'm gonna do pause. That's the whole script. There we go. So that is the entire script. And as you can see, I'm not the perfect script reader out there. And if you feel a little bit choppy, try it again. Get familiar with how the words taste on your mouth. Seriously, in your tongue. And after the second time, maybe mess ups will be lower. This was like a 2-minute video. There's barely any mess ups, maybe 1, 2, or 3. But I was just showing you that this is how simple UGC is. This is how simple it is. I also made sure that I do not sound like a robot. There's a lot of people that go into a monotone, robotic sounding like version of themselves. I'm like, no, I loosen up. And I'm feeling the emotions. Oh my gosh, I applied to thousands of job applications, right? So whatever it might be. And I'm gonna redo it because I feel more in the mode. So I'm gonna redo it right now and I'm gonna show you how much better round number 2 will be after I try round number 1. Remember, you can film it multiple times. You don't gotta use the first one every time. Let's jump into it. I applied to hundreds of jobs and I didn't send a single one myself. I applied to hundreds of jobs and I didn't even send a single one to myself. I applied to hundreds of jobs and I didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd open up LinkedIn. No, you're good. I'm filming in a public place. This is what happens, but it's totally fine. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, same answers, different company. Same resume, answers, and then a different company. It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI Apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. Step number 3, every response. And step number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. See, your girl needs to collect herself sometimes too. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just blasting your resume everywhere, it's a real pipeline. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are still doing this manually and wondering why they're not getting callbacks. This is why. Go get this. This is calling your name. Go get it now. Link is below if you want to set it up for yourself. Link is below if you want to set it up for yourself. There we go. There we go. That simple. All right, I'm back. We just filmed the A-roll now, and I'm going to show you right now, like, what I just filmed. I just filmed this line of the first script, number 1 right here. So the A-roll, I applied to hundreds of jobs, as you just heard me say. So now we filmed all of the A-roll. Now let's film the B-roll, So right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 B-rolls. So it looks like what to film. Also, I'm going to look at this to see what B-roll is here as well. So it looks like it wanted me to film an A-roll of me doing a calm smile, but I did reenact it in my A-roll. As I was doing it, I was feeling the emotions, so I believe I did touch base on those. And we go to B-roll, creator in bed, reaching for phone, scrolling. So that's something I'm going to go find a couch in here in this office and go do that. And then, let's see, so there's a lot of like screen recording B-roll as well, where I go into the actual software and I use the tool that I screen record it on Loom or like a video recording, and then I add it into the video afterwards after I, upload it, whatever it might be. So I'll do it separately for this video and like showcase the feature that I'm walking through. Screen recording of AI, creator waking up, checking phone. Yeah, so there's 2, creator waking up, checking phone, shock smile, and then creator tired. So it's kind of doing that transformation, putting emotion, like really it's just putting B-roll on there that like showcases emotion. So the viewer's like, that's me, right? So I'm gonna jump into the B-roll now, and I'm gonna film it, and feel free to come along. Let's go. I'm rearranging the area right now. Okay, we'll go like that. Make sure the tripod is not, or the ring light is not in the shot. And that's better. I'll turn this light on here. And then I'll move you in front of me. Blanket on here. I'm laying down, back, and then the shot said to look sad and depressed. I always get denied. And feel free in your B-roll to like switch it up a little bit. What I do is I like to add some sort of like words in there as well that complements what the B-roll is, and I can edit that into the video to add some sort of like flavor, some sprinkles on the cake, So let's do that. I'm gonna be like, I never get an interview, or I feel frustrated. It's so frustrating. I never get an interview. I never get selected. I never get selected. Okay, I did that, and now I'm gonna do the opposite, where I'm gonna put myself in a different position for the other B-roll and do the other one. So let's go. All right, team, I'm back on my computer. I'm looking at everything that we finished so far, and I'm just checking it off the list. So we did competitor research, viral video research, we scripted, we did creative strategy, we filmed most of it. We just gotta finish filming, and then we're gonna edit, and then we're gonna deliver this video to the client. Let's go. Now I'm gonna show you essentially how I'm gonna film this. I'm gonna log into the software here using the login. So I'm gonna go to the website right here, and I'm gonna log in. If a brand, or I should say software company or app, ever makes you like buy the platform, please do not move forward with them. Make sure you get the company login or the creator login to get access to it without you like accidentally purchasing that. It's happened to me before in the past of like accidentally purchasing it, and it's not fun being on a subscription you don't know you're on for a while. I'm already logged in, by the way, so I'm just jumping in right now. But this is what it looks like. Amazing. So I'm gonna go back to the brief here, and I'm gonna see essentially what screen recording I am filming. 3 screen recording here it looks like. So let's get filming this. I'm gonna turn my camera off because I'm gonna film it as I'm teaching you right now. And I don't want to be on here, I just need the screen recording. Screen recording of setting filters and AI apply. Step 1, import your job criteria. So setting filters, let me tinker with this. So filters, you go to job, and then you go find some job here. I'll search in media manager. I'm showing like this is a live recording as I'm speaking to you because it's going to be muted. And then I'm going to use some filters here. Newest. I'm gonna just explore the filters here, right? That's number 1. So I finished that. Now I'm gonna jump into, and that was really easy. So I'm gonna cut that. Screen recording of settings filters, screen recording of AI auto-filling forms. Step 2, AI fills out every application form automatically. So I'm gonna be like, save, etc. And then I'm gonna go to inbox. I do recommend when you work with companies, explore the software to make sure you know how to use it first. So now that I finished all of the screen recording B-roll, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download it from Loom, and I'm gonna upload as soon as I can everything else into the drive. I upload it from my phone because I filmed everything on my phone, and then I got some B-roll on my camera. I'm gonna upload that into the drive folder right here, video 1, right here. So videos, video 1, gonna drop this in here, and then we're gonna label each file so it's really easy to find. So AI apply, collab 2 on my phone here on drive, videos, video 1, and then I'm just going to press the plus here, and then I'm gonna upload file, and then I'm gonna choose in drive photos and videos, recents. I'm gonna find the video, the official script that I filmed right here, and then I'm going to upload here, and now it's going to upload. When you upload on your phone to your drive, you can name the file. Perfect lighting, everything in here. So a rule, beautiful. If you're doing multiple videos, I recommend you batch them. Today I didn't, I just want to show you an example, but batch them in a row. And then you can upload them separately. And I'm gonna name the Zoom file demo of step 1 through 3 in AI apply. There we go. And then we finish like that. And then we got that done. Cool. And then now that that's uploading, we filmed it, and now we jump to editing. So let's jump over to the editor. I'm gonna show you exactly how I edit it. I actually edit with CapCut on my phone. Yes, CapCut on my phone. I do that. If computer works best for you, no worries. No worries at all. You can get CapCut on your computer, CapCut Pro on your computer, and use that if you want to. Just use the fundamentals and the graphics and everything, and just like put them on your computer instead. Do them on your computer. So let's jump into the editing process. Let's go. Now, we're back at the couch, but right now we're not filming any B-roll. We are editing. I'm in my mobile CapCut editor here. I'm gonna show you live exactly how we're gonna edit this video. And it's probably easier than you may expect. So I'm gonna press a plus here, and I'm going to start loading in the footage. What I like to do is I like to load in the A-roll First, Gloria, why did you put all the footage in the drive folder when you already have it on your phone? Well, sometimes the brand really likes to get the raw footage from you, so you could upsell that. And second of all, it's really good to organize in that drive folder. If you ever need that footage ever again, the drive folder is there for you. So first things first, we're gonna start cutting out all of the mess ups and dead space. That's number one, editing a video. I applied to even like the little, like I'm talking when we zoom in here, the milliseconds, like the 5 frames right here. Before I even open my mouth, right before I open my mouth, that's a great way to start, because even there's so many content creators out there on the internet now, like the milliseconds count, the milliseconds. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Boom. We're gonna cut this out. It's just a routine for me, so follow along and watch how I cut out all of the dead space. Every morning, I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, pasting. After sentence. Same resume, same answers, different company. Same resume, answers, and then a different company. It was exhausting. Company. Answers, and then a different company. Cutting out this dead space, like right before I say the word, that's when I cut it. But I want to make sure it's smooth overall, so it depends per clip. It was exhausting, and like look how smooth that is. It was exhausting, and it felt pointless. Then I found pointless. Even like this, maybe it's too long and pointless, so maybe we can cut out a couple milliseconds on that. Like even like the creators who pay attention to detail the most win every single time. Then I found AI apply, and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. All right, I got better lighting so you can see me a little bit better, but let's continue here. Step number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Something to notice about my acting is that brands absolutely love smiles and excitement. So as authentic and real you can get it, please do it, you know. All of it. Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. Having like a lighter, sometimes when
Step number 3, every response.
Focus, like myself, my tone can get like serious.
And step number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard, so nothing falls through the cracks.
All the time, and this is something I'm personally working on.
Falls through the cracks. See, your girl needs to collect herself sometimes too. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep.
That's irregular sounding pause. Got me. And that is obvious. I'm reading the next line there.
It's not just blasting your resume everywhere. It's a real pipeline. Criteria in.
Having like a lighter, sometimes when we're talking like direct and we're focused like myself, my tone can get like serious, but it should be light and airy and fun. You know, it shouldn't be so serious all the time. And this is something I'm personally working on. Now that we got that, we're gonna go over to our creative brief and we're gonna check out how we need to like edit it, where the B-roll needs to go, on which line, etc. So let's jump in there. Zoom on hundreds right here.
I applied to
hard zoom, meaning
hundreds of jobs.
And what a zoom is this. It kind of accentuates the way that you say stuff. So we zoom in a little bit. Don't be the zoom inner that does this. No. Zoom in a little bit, and you can feel free to center yourself a little bit too. And then that's a great way to accentuate the point.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single.
Look how smooth that looks. Don't do it all the time, but it's a really great hook zoom in. Maybe like 2 or 3 tops per video, no more than like 4, because there's been creators in the past who just like have overdone it. Don't overdo it in your videos. Now my camera died, so I had to refilm this on a different day, but I'm back. So we got the footage all here, as you can see. This is all plain footage as we left off. Now we're gonna go line by line and edit in what we already filmed. So this is gonna be very simple. If we look at the creative strategy doc, the line "I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself" is just A-roll. So it's just me there. Camera angles, close-up selfie, direct to camera, slight smirk, editing notes, hard zoom on hundreds, on-screen text, hundreds of apps, 0 effort. We'll do the text later, but essentially we're adding the B-roll right now. So that's step number 2. Number 1 is cutting it. Number 2 is adding B-roll.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open
Single one myself. There you go, that's line 1. Now, every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, copy and paste. That is line 2, and this is A-roll and B-roll. So we're going to add some B-roll overlay on here of me from that B-roll we did, reaching from bed or the chair and looking and scrolling really depressed on my phone to showcase the emotion people are struggling with. So I press overlay, add overlay, and I'm gonna go to, let's go to Drive here. I found that B-roll, I'm gonna download it. It's gonna take a minute or 2 to download, but it's gonna download in my camera roll and I'll add that B-roll over that line. Simple. So it's line by line. So if you do the correct creative strategy for yourself on these videos, it's actually pretty simple when you look at it step by step. All right, so now that it's done, add overlay, videos, add here. There we go. Now that it imported, it imports like this. What I do is I make it full screen, and then let's figure out where that line ends here. Now we go find the B-roll. We cut out the spaced B-roll and move this up. And we find the clip that we actually want in there. So there's a lot of excess space in the B-roll, so we just cut out. I'm not gonna do parts of the B-roll that are not like interesting, where I'm not moving, so I wanna be shaking my head or showing an expression, something important on the B-roll like that. So I'm gonna move it over. A mistake I made is I didn't have a better mood during this line, because this is obviously a positive thing. I applied to hundreds of jobs and I didn't send anyone myself. That's the point of the software.
I applied to
I was just kind of a medium or neutral tonality when I should have been more softer and lighthearted.
hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company. It was exhausting.
I'm gonna add some more B-roll on that. I don't like the volume on that. It should have been with a microphone, but I would plug this into this now.
I never get an interview. Answers.
There we go. So that's how I would do it. And through the video, add some points of you talking in the B-roll. It adds more elements of like breaking the, what's it called, the third wall, and talking to them and adding more elements that are more entertaining and interesting. Same resume, same answers, different company, exhausting. It's A-roll, okay. Now we're on the line of then I found AI apply, and it's A-roll. Energy shift, medium shift, slow zoom. So we're gonna do a slow zoom on that. So we're gonna do a slow zoom. You click the main track, you add a key point right here, right? And then you add a key point right here. Gloria, what is a key point? A key point is very simple. It's where, or a keyframe it's called. It's where essentially you mark the frame it's on and you mark it. And then if you want to, this one is marked as well. So if you want to, meaning it's alive. So if you want to zoom in from the first mark to the second mark, what it will do is it start where the first mark is.
And AI apply and the whole thing changed.
And then it'll zoom into the second mark. You see that? And if I put a random one right here and I'm like this, right? It will eventually, it'll make its way to this and then back to this. You see that? Obviously, I don't want to do that because it doesn't look that good, zooming in randomly like that, but that's a great way. It's called keyframes. That's how you look, that's how you create professional looking videos right there, through simple keyframes on your phone on CapCut. Insane. Now let me jump to the next line. Step 1, import your job criteria, and it's B-roll and voiceover. Zoom in, better fields. Step 1, import your job criteria, and then we're gonna show it in the actual software. So this is where we add the overlay of the actual software. And I did the 3 steps, step 1, step 2, step 3 in one Loom video. So I went over that there. There we go. Good thing I thought that. I'm explaining it to you here, as you probably saw it earlier in the video. But this is essentially where I start tinkering with it. So this is job search, import your job criteria. So this is where I add the job criteria. Beautiful. So I'm gonna cut, split, and delete what was before. So all that junk on the B-roll is deleted now. We don't have to deal with that ever again. Now let's bring this to the main track, or excuse me, the main video now. Bring it back here. We always want to show the part of the software that's actually moving. Okay, I'm typing right here. Otherwise, it looks like a picture and it looks stagnant and it's not moving the video forward as it should. Never, ever, ever put pictures inside a UGC video.
Step number 1, import.
Boom, there we go. We also, especially with software, people don't notice, especially when it's muted, when it's sped up. So you can speed it up to save yourself room and make it more entertaining over time.
Step number 1.
There we go.
Your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number 2, the AI.
Location, I mentioned location, role, salary. We always want the B-roll to complement what we're saying, especially on these tech demos. So I'm going to find, okay, this is more job criteria, which is cool. I don't even want to make this a little bit more concise because there's too much like dead space even in the B-roll. Remember, cut out all dead space, including the B-roll. Delete that. Remember, if you delete B-roll and just drag it, it also comes back to life. It comes back into it. It's not deleted forever. You can remake the B-roll that you deleted by tugging that. And then I'm going to speed this up again. And not curve, speed up. I don't know what curve is. I have to try sometime. I like to move my mouse a lot too in those demos to like showcase movement, right? Step number 2, AI fills out the form automatically. So I'm going to show a part where it automatically fills out the form for me. And even if it's not exactly what it says in the steps, you still can put something on there to describe it and no one will even notice, but you want to make sure it's like as accurate as possible for the company, of course.
Why they're not getting.
Now there's a bar moving right there. That's a great visual to show on screen. You see, because it's a moving bar inside the software. You see that? We're not doing any stagnant parts where we're just sitting there waiting and there's nothing moving. I recommend doing it like better step by step. For me, I was exploring it and I was filming it. So now I'm like getting the... We don't really need to show more than necessary. Okay, I showed them the application. Speed it up. We don't need to show them multiple applications. We have to be really, this is a 60-second video. We have 6 minutes of B-roll, so we got to be very, very, very touchy on what we allow in here. Also, when it's in software like this, you have to make sure that the information in here is also not confidential. So I'll be probably going through this and blurring some things as well through the editing. If it says failed, obviously I'm not going to put failed on there. So we're honest in the video, but we're also respecting the brand and what the outcome they want from. So where I go through everything in case I missed anything. I'm gonna leave that back here. Go back. Sometimes even when I'm editing, I like to rewatch the video, see how far I've come, so I can like really, really see how it aligns. I'm going with the theme of keeping all of, when I say step number 1, step number 2, step number 3 as a rule, meaning me here.
Number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks.
Simple.
So nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was falls through the cracks.
I want to show a little bit of this somewhere. See, again, we have to be very cognizant of the real estate here.
salary, all of it. One, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step all of it. Step number 2.
I want it to be satisfying and go with the beat of the video. So I want to say 2. I want it to, like, even little things like that, I want this B-roll to match.
2, the AI fills
There we go. And it just makes it smoother overall, like these micro habits, micro skills.
every application form for you automatically. And step number 3, every response. And step number 3. Number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and
Now we did the demo, the hardest part. Let's jump into the rest of the B-roll. So step number 3, and now the rest is basically A-roll. So I woke up and hundreds of applications had gone out when I was asleep.
falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications.
So now I add the B-roll on there of me surprised and happy, if that makes sense. Okay, let's jump in. Let me go to my drive and find the happy version of my B-roll. That's me editing. Where's my happy B-roll? I think I'm gonna have to refilm that. So, okay, let me refilm that B-roll and get in my phone. I'll be right back. I gotta stop my camera. All right, that was me just filming the B-roll I told you I would film. As you can see, I like to, like, we're acting here. I looked like an idiot for like however much time, but we're acting here. Remember that, we are acting. So you have to like channel the energy. Think of something that you like. Think of something you're excited about. Think of something excited coming up, like an exciting trip, and then channel that. Or if you can just like do it on the spot like myself, like force it. That's it too. But I always accentuate the emotions, right? When the platform works, we want to show happiness and smiles. We don't really want to convey anything negative inside the video. I'm thinking maybe I'll even refilm the intro due to just like the energy I gave. It wasn't spot on, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Don't repeat this, but a little bit of a perfectionist, especially when it comes to the hook, only because the hook is the most important part. So it can like make or break the video. So I want to refilm that later, but I'm going to show you right now everything. But yes, that's exactly how I film B-roll, just like this. Oh my gosh. Like I'm actually doing it, right? And I make sure my eyes follow the screen, looking at it working, like even in that in-depth of doing the B-roll, that's what matters. And that's why brands come back. So now you understand that. Let's go back to the editor. Bye. All right, we're back filming the B-roll. And remember that that's the reality of UGC. Yes, you want to analyze everything that you can film prior so you can do editing all at once. But sometimes there will be times where you need to refilm things and you're like, oh my gosh, I lost this or whatever. Yes, keep things organized so it doesn't happen. Prevent it as much as possible. But same time, sometimes you want to get ideas while actually editing it and whip out your phone, take 60 seconds and film something new. Through the cracks.
I woke up one day and hundreds of applications.
Right here. So let's go back to the B-roll here. So the rest of the video is very simple. I want to add, like continuing the 2-second rule, I want to add some more videos for the last like 15 seconds or B-roll. So it's very simple on my creative strategy, and I think I could have added maybe some more, like lesson learned some more on here. Direct eye contact, casual pointing, bold caption, medium shot, close up, medium selfie. So of course I'm gonna do medium shots, more zoom ins to make it more interesting. Also, I'm like, how can I show not tell, right? So even during this long sentence here, like this is how my brain works. Criteria in, applications out, and responses track. So I wanna do a green screen of me doing criteria in, responses out, or applications out, responses tracked, something like this. Or I just go like this in the camera, and then I will show you how I edit it in. But I'm gonna add some more videos from the demo then, or the B-roll over the actual demo part. There we go. It looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna add some green screen over the demo part. And CapCut is very simple. All I need to do is set up my tripod right here. Make sure I have good lighting. I'm gonna go get my ring light. 1 second, I'm gonna go get my ring light. And then basically all I do is boom, 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 right? And film that. So I'm gonna get my ring light. I'm gonna show you how simple this is. One minute. All right, I have my ring light and I am going to be setting this up and showing you what's going on here. So my ring light's right here. Ah, there's an outlet right by me. Beauty. I got my plug here. Plug it into the wall. Always make sure your lighting is good for every shot. See, this is what matters. A lot of people are like, no, it doesn't matter, it's B-roll. It matters. You put that attention to detail to everything, it absolutely shows up in your content. Medium one works best for me. And then seriously, all I'm gonna do is press, let's see, press like video, and I will point. I wanna make sure my whole arm is in there though, my whole upper body. Let's see, do I need to make it more farther away? So I'm gonna do multiple different actions. Here in this exact position, with this exact shirt, I'm just gonna film it normally here. All right, we always wanna make sure we have a smile on our face or some sort of smirk or happiness. We don't wanna ever do mad or neutral. You have to have energy there. So be cognizant of that, but that's essentially the whole entire B-roll. So I'm gonna turn my ring light off. And I filmed more, always film more than you expect because you never know where you need this footage or if the brand needs this footage. And we're just gonna jump back into, we're gonna jump right back into editing the actual video. So this is how we do a green screen. We press overlay, we press add overlay, choose the actual green screen video. I'm gonna mute that. Volume is nothing, mute that. And then I'm going to find the part where boom, that's one. And then this is the other. Honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna cut that. I'm just gonna keep it like this for now, and I'm gonna put over this first demo part here. Import your job. Import your job criteria location. And what we do for green screen is we press the B-roll. All right, we select it. We go over and we press the background removal, wherever that is, if I can find it. Remove BG right there. So we're gonna press that. We're gonna press auto removal. You do have to have CapCut Pro for this. That's why I recommend getting CapCut Pro on your phone. Press yes on auto removal, and it did a pretty good job. Look at that. Nothing in the background. Very good. You see how that works now? Now I wanna make sure the lighting is pure and good, like outdoor lighting here. It's a little bit dark. So what I'm gonna do before I start cutting it up, I wanna make sure that all of the lighting is good. Now the saturation is just a little bit too much. So we're
We're gonna knock the saturation down. We don't wanna make it gray, but we do wanna make sure the footage has the right, maybe a little bit more saturation, brilliance a little bit more. And then HSL, I wanna make sure my skin still has the tan a little bit, so it's not too washed out. Highlights, make it a little bit brighter. See, it's like brightening up the footage a little bit to make it a little bit better. There we go. And then I recommend adding some sort of background filter. So if we go to like, where is it? If we go to effects here, we can go to body effects. And then there's like a glow or
Import your
luminance.
job criteria, location, role, salary.
That's a good one.
Import
Or
your
you could
job
do this one.
criteria, location, role, salary.
I recommend don't go crazy with it. The simpler the better, but also same time which one goes better with the video. The marker one, like tech isn't, so if I look at the marker here, that's actually around my body. If we change the color to, you can see
Import
that.
your job criteria.
It doesn't really go good with the actual video because it's all tech savvy, but this looks like a crayon. Crayon is the opposite kind of feeling of tech. So we want it to be nicer looking. So I think the glow would be better. You can adjust the range of the glow. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller range, and intensity a little bit smaller. Essentially, I want to stand out. Maybe range a little bit more. And then color, I want to match the company colors, something that's like just congruent with the company, which would be this wonderful purple here.
Import your job criteria, location, role, salary.
And then we press check. There.
Import your job criteria.
So we want to right when I pointed at it, it did that. So wonderful. I want to make sure everything is aligned. So, okay, point here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh, this is so accurate to how I did it. Look at, we want to make sure obviously the hand motions are accurate to what I'm doing. If I'm scrolling, I'm going to be going like this, right? So I'm going to set this aside. I don't want to delete this in case I need some more, and then I'd have to redo it if I deleted it, or just duplicate it, I guess. And then I know I'm covering this B-roll, this green screen a lot. We want to make sure we add more key points to here. So we click that, we add key points, and we make sure that it is actually following the video. So we'll go like this.
Import your job criteria, location. Import your job criteria, location.
And then I will have it click there. Then as I'm moving to the next thing, I want it to be maybe something up here. And then we want it to stay that way until I show another emotion. So we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna make sure that this stays over there. Stay over there now, right?
Import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it.
So you see how that works?
Role, salary, location, role. Location, role, salary, all of it. Role, salary, all of it.
All of it, boom. Then I'm gonna cut it. Make sure this completely aligns.
Number 2, the AI fills out.
Boom. Point, movement. We always want even on the green screen, we want movement.
Step number 2.
It's a core principle to UGC. No matter what kind of footage it is, we want to capture the movement in the video.
Step number 2, the AI.
Obviously, we're going to not put the green screen on me here.
2, the AI.
But we will move it over here. It doesn't really matter which line it goes on, by the way, if you're thinking that. This one or this one, doesn't matter. It's not going on this one because it's covering up this is a long piece of footage, it's covering up something in the back then, right?
2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step number 3, fills out every application. The AI.
I want it to start maybe in the middle, like this.
The AI fills out every application form for you automatically. Every application.
I like to do a small one because small ones, key marks, you can do a movement, a fast movement in small ones. So you do one here. Okay, it marks the last point, which is this one. And this one is a small one. I want to mark the last point or the next point, which is going to be this one. So it'll be a fast move.
Form for you.
Maybe that's a little bit too fast. We'll add it here instead and delete this one.
Application form for you automatically. Form for you.
We want to make sure it's aligned with the footage though.
Form for you automatically.
And then I point up here now. And then I want to cut this.
Form for you.
I don't even need it, so I'm gonna do a transition to cut this last piece out because it's a little bit incongruent. Here.
For you.
I'll add like a transition on here that's like interesting to transition out of it. Anytime you like stop footage, add a nice transition. And this is a tech app, so I'm gonna add a nice tech effect or animation. It's called an animation. I can search up tech too. Ah, interesting. There's a lot of cool tech ones. Okay, maybe tech doesn't have the best one, but we can search it in to see. And the in one, there's a difference between in and out. So the in one is, okay, a new page coming in. Out is like an out transition. So it'd be from the last piece, right? But I'm just gonna do an in one. You don't need an in and out. I'm gonna do, fit in frame.
For you automatically.
I like that one. And then you can adjust the speed down here.
For you automatic. For you. For you. For you automatically.
There we go.
For you automatic.
And then I'd add some sort of sound effect, like a AI or text sound effect.
For you automatically. And step number 3. Automatically.
And then I'll add maybe an arrow there as well later.
And step number 3,
That's off here.
every response gets tracked in one. Number 3,
Do maybe bigger to make it more refreshing and new looking.
3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard. Gets tracked in one dashboard, so nothing falls through the cracks. In one dashboard, so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just blasting your resume everywhere.
So let's review this to see how it is.
Number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number 2,
Make sure this is like on point when it comes to, if you zoom in, we'll see, it isn't on point.
Step number 2.
There we go.
2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step number 3. For you automatically. And step number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard, so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of
You also can add like this to your like zoom ins to accentuate the point to your emotions in B-roll as well.
Woke up one day and hundreds. woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just blasting your resume everywhere. It's a real pipeline. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are...
I think I'll film another B-roll of me just going like, you know, more of a satisfying feel, because the way that if I portray myself in a satisfying way, I'm satisfied. The viewer is gonna be satisfied, right? They're gonna feel that energy transmit through the screen. So I'm gonna do that quickly. It'll take like 30 seconds again, but I want different footage. All right, sure my hair is in the frame here. Take my mic off first. Simple, simple, simple. All right, we're gonna go back to normal here. Okay. And then I am going to continue editing here. We can add it again on here, overlay. Again, I only recommend doing this once so you can like match the colors accurately. But you already know how to do green screen. I'm just gonna go over it again quick with myself. There we go, this is where it starts. Cut the rest out.
Criteria in,
Background removal, auto remove. There we go. Make sure applying one feature right there is totally done. There we go. Then we can add some filters and adjustments, maybe a little bit more highlights, makes my skin a little bit better. I want a crazy orange, but I think that's good. And then we want the background effects, body effects.
criteria in, application.
I also can do it just like a different color if I wanted to showcase like a different point. I'm gonna make sure that it's intentional though. I might just continue with the same color. I don't want to mess anything up.
Criteria in,
There we go.
criteria in, application. Criteria in, is calling your name. Go. Criteria in, applications out. Responses tracked, and applications out. Applications out, response. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are. Responses tracked, and responses tracked, and applications out, responses tracked. In
Make myself a little bit bigger.
criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are
See, it looks smooth, overall nice.
still doing this manually and wondering why they're not getting callbacks. This is why. This is calling your name. Go get it now. Link is below if you want to set it up for yourself.
Now I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna add the touch-ups. I'm gonna add the headlines, the captions, the sound effects. I always leave them to the last because it's much easier to do everything after the video is finalized. Now we can add the fun stuff.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then just start. Open LinkedIn.
Open LinkedIn. So it's like me opening my computer, open. How can I portray that better? Maybe I can like add an extra B-roll on here, because remember the 2-second rule. I want to like fill this with as much as I can. So I'm gonna add maybe some nice B-roll of me, maybe cinematic mode, where I just open my computer here. Maybe I'll show at my desk of just opening my computer. So this is something I'm going to film right now. Make sure my ring light is on.
Open LinkedIn.
Even when the creative strategy doesn't necessarily say add this video of you opening your computer, you are smarter than AI. Remember that. So you know the video the best. You have your own individual creativity. AI is a robot at the end of the day. So you do you, and you do what you think you could add to the video. Here we go.
Open LinkedIn and just open LinkedIn and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI Apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import your job criteria, location.
Now I'm gonna go through and add everything now. Let me open my computer and see what exactly we add. A role, hundreds of apps, 0 effort. Applications. If I can spell applications. On Autopilot. Those are the words I'm going to add. I like this, but the fonts need to be a better headline font. I'm not gonna go crazy with the fonts. I want a consistent font through the entire thing, but I want something more bold, big headline like this. There we go. Looks pretty good. Maybe taller. It's too wide. Too curved. Headings, there we go. Yeah, I like this. Job applications. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, maybe I make this like, nah. I'm gonna separate
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself.
On Autopilot. So I'm going to keep this here. And with text at the beginning, it's important not to add captions if there's too much text. It could overwhelm the viewer. I'm going to make this, let's see, I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to overlay this as well on top of this. I'm going to tell you why in a second. I'm going to do the effect that we learned earlier, which is remove background, auto removal, remove. And then I'm going to put this shot here. If I go too fast, feel free to slow it down and watch this again. Right here, and I'm going to go to layers. I'm going to add this underneath the 100% 100 plus job, right? So it adds an interest.
I applied to hundreds.
Look how interesting and cool that looks, right? Through a split layer like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to overlay it, move it back. So if you duplicate it, it shoves everything over, it's fine, but when you overlay it, make sure this is not, there we go. And then let's do this, background removal, auto remove. So we remove the background and essentially we overlay the remove background version of ourselves on top, if that makes sense. So it's on top and none of the background is on top. So that's where the text can be in that layer between the one where I don't have a background, the one where I do have a background. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we can go to the layers right here. Click this and then it looks really good.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself.
We're gonna do the same thing again with this one. You're really gonna learn it this time. So the first thing we do is we press duplicate again, we press overlay, and it adds it to an overlay. We'll bring it back here to this. And then again, we remove the background removal, auto remove the background. Then now it's removed. We can see the background is removed like that. We're gonna press the layer button. It has to be selected though. We press layers. Where are you, layers? Did I pass you? Layers, 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 layers. There we go. I'm gonna make sure the text is on there as well. So I'm gonna slide the text over here. This cuts off. Let's see what's going on here.
And didn't send a single one myself.
Make sure it's muted, by the way.
And didn't send a single one myself. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying. And I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself.
I want to make sure everything's centered and even.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI.
I want to like do some funny audio effect here as well to kind of cover up the bad audio here, and then also same time you accentuate the point, like an echo one.
I never get an interview.
Like that, you know? Do you get what I mean?
I never get an interview.
I'll add like an effect on here as well. Don't go crazy with effects, but make sure each effect has a meaning. There's a lot of people that start effects, excuse me, a lot of people start effects and they don't put them on there for a reason. They look good. No, put a reason, accentuate the point. There has to be a reason behind the effect. Video effects here.
I never get an interview.
There we go.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI.
view.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI apply and the whole thing changed. AI apply.
AI apply, I'm gonna add the logo in here. So let's go to Google, Google the logo. I'm just gonna take a picture and I'm gonna remove the background of this. All right, so my footage just shut off with my other camera. It looks like my SD card is full. So you're gonna have to bear with me without the camera now here. So I just took a screenshot and then I'm going to add overlay, photo, add it here. And then I'm going to remove the background. Auto remove, remove. Barely noticeable, but it's still noticeable with a purple background. Maybe I'll add some sort of like effect or filter behind it. Like, again, if we go to effects, body effects, we can add some.
And the whole thing changed. Here's exactly, and the whole thing changed.
It's not working with this picture for some reason because it doesn't sense a body.
And the whole thing.
Let's see on Google if AI apply actually has AI apply logo. Actually has a logo. Images. Okay, it has this one, which is purple. This one right here, if it will click. My phone's glitching. This one, this purple one. It doesn't have a background either. Amazing, so save to photos, and then we'll add that in there. Beauty, we don't even have to remove it. So AI apply, boom.
And the whole thing changed.
So this is gonna transition onto
AI. Then I found.
As soon as I say AI apply, instead of just
found AI apply
popping up there, we'll add like a fun transition.
AI apply.
Maybe I'll add like, I'm thinking a click effect. So if we go over to stickers, mouse, something like this. Like this.
AI apply.
Or we can go
AI apply.
Right here.
AI apply and the whole thing.
Same thing with stickers, you can add the keys. So I'm gonna add the first one to be down here. And then the second one to be right here. And then third one is going to be very, very, very close to the second one. And it's going to like zoom down a little bit and then zoom back up a little bit to show a click. Click, click, right? Click. And then I'm going to swirl it. And go back up here, something like this.
AI apply and the whole thing changed. Here's a.
And then I'll click it and then go up here, something like that.
AI apply and the whole thing changed.
See? Or I could just like move it back down. Maybe that's even better. Like feel free to play around and see how things go, you know? Boom.
Apply and the whole thing changed. The AI apply.
So when it clicks, you see, boom, 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 click. We're gonna add a sound effect, audio. No, I lost my spot.
AI.
Click right here, audio, sounds, and click sound, right? I like the satisfying ones, the cinematic ones, so.
Apply.
That's much better. Make sure his click is directly on the click. Like the sound of the click happens when it clicks.
AI apply and the whole sound AI apply.
And I want to make sure that this shows up when the sound effect does.
The AI apply and the whole thing changed. Here's thing changed. Here's a.
Beautiful. You see that?
Found AI apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn. I applied to hundreds of jobs.
I like that audio effect because it's a nice hook. So I'm gonna go to audio effects, and then I'm gonna add a
hundreds of jobs. And didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import your job criteria, location. Step number 1,
I liked the background text thing we're doing up here. So I want to add that over here as well.
exhausting and it felt. Step number 1.
Okay.
Step number 1.
Step number 1 here. So add text. Fonts, I want to do a thick font, and we're going to keep the same font through all of the steps, right? Step 1, right? Style, I want it to be super thick, like this. And then behind me, like this. There we go. Step number 1, like this. Make sure it's not so big where it's going onto the frame. Make sure it's just good enough. It's even on both sides. Like you're looking at everything and making sure it's even. It's congruent with even the background I have. Like it's above the chair back there like this. It's above that. It looks nice and neat. So those are the things we should be looking for. You need to have that creator eye, right? And we'll do the same thing that we did earlier. We'll duplicate. I always forget where the duplicate button is. There we go, it's at the beginning. Overlay. Bring it back here. And then we are going to obviously remove the background. And then we are going to layer this bad boy. Layer, layer, layer. Where are you, layer?
Works. Step number 1.
Ooh, I don't like that sound. Let's mute one of them so it doesn't sound like an echo.
It works. Step number 1. Import your number 1.
This ends way too early.
Import how it works. Step number 1. Import your.
It's on there when it shouldn't be. There we go.
Number 1. Import.
The thing about CapCut is it automatically tags onto a spot. So we move it, boom, it tags. You see that? Moves automatically.
Step number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step number 3, every response gets tracked form for AI fills. Step number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number.
Now step number 2, we're gonna do the same thing. This might get long, so feel free to skip ahead, but I'm gonna record everything because as I promised, I'm not gonna hide anything. So I'm gonna duplicate this, overlay, put it on top here, remove the background, make sure that it's muted.
Step number 2.
And we're just gonna duplicate the text from step number 1, so we don't gotta redo that. The cool thing about CapCut is you can just duplicate it and then move it. So step number 2, right here. And then we are gonna make sure this is aligned to the first one. And then we're gonna put just a 2 without touching anything to make sure it looks the same across. It's a little bit close to the edge there because a 1 and 2 is different size. So we're gonna even that out, but we got that good right there. Layers. Let me jump back here. There we go. So we're gonna go back to the B-roll and then we're gonna choose layers. Here we go.
Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step number 3.
And step number 3, we're gonna do a little bit over the B-roll just so we don't have a weird cut of the B-roll and it's just glitching. So the B-roll can cover it up. But duplicate, overlay, put it directly right by this. And then we do another background removal. Auto remove. Mute this bad boy as well.
Number 3.
And then I'm going to duplicate. Make sure this is completely congruent and even. Three, even on both sides. It looks pretty even to me. There we go. Move this behind. There we go.
Step number 3,
looks like it came in a little bit late. Look at that. A little bit late. We don't want that. So yeah, we want the B-roll. We want it to not cross the B-roll. I see. Got it. So we want to go back and then we want it to not be over the B-roll. So it has to be a perfect. There we go. Awesome.
step number 3.
It's pretty quick, but even every single second counts on this bad boy. Every millisecond.
Step number 3, step number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just
Okay, let's go back and see what work we've done so far.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single.
This, when I added the echo, clearly it moved. So we're going to add the layer back to where it should be. Layers, there we go.
Jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI Apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import.
Sometimes the layers are messed up after we do some edits around. So just go to the layers and bring them back.
Step number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step number 3, every response form for you.
Boom. So I'm gonna add some of this sound effect here because it's loading. I love a loading sound effect. So AI loading, right? Something like that. Ooh, no, we don't want loading. God.
Automatically and step.
Yeah, that's a pretty good loading sound. Delete, and then I like to fade out the loading a little bit so it's not so
Automatically and step. For you automatically and step number 3.
Make it a little bit less loud.
Automatically and step. You automatically and step number 3, every response.
And also I want to point out what we're doing here. So I want to add in a sticker of arrow. Right here. so people can visually see very clearly what we're talking about.
Automatically, and step number 3. And step number 3. Automatically, and step number 3. Automatically, and step number 3, every response for you automatically, and step.
Maybe add an animation on there.
Automatically, and step number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just blasting your resume everywhere, it's a real pipeline. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are still doing this manually and wondering why they're not getting callbacks. This is why. This is calling your name. Go get it now. Link is below if you want to set it up for yourself. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single.
I'm starting to not like this font. Let me go to the other font that I used, and then I'm gonna steal it. This is fonts. Montserrat. So I'm gonna go find Montserrat back here. It's okay to change things up as you edit.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI Apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import your job criteria.
For all the steps, maybe I can add some sort of like sound effect that's like super, I don't know, great or super satisfying. So like ping sound effect. Like this one is so overused. Don't use the overused ones. Use the satisfying ones, subtle ones. That's a pretty good one. I overlay it from this before so it lands directly on it. The highlight of the sound, the middle of the sound.
Step number 1.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Step number 1.
See, when I say step, it has to go to the highlight of the sound.
Step number 1, import your.
I'll make it less, and you can stop it. It has a fade out, but I just delete that rest here. And then volume lower here.
Step number 1.
Make sure it's not louder than your voice.
Step number 1. Step number 1.
I'm gonna duplicate this and go to step number 2 now.
Step number 2, the AI.
Duplicate this here. And then boom. Oh, wait, no. Step number 3 is right here.
Step number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just blasting your resume everywhere, it's a real pipeline. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are still.
When I list something, I'll show it on screen too.
Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are still. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are still doing this manually. Criteria in, applications out.
So do like add text, fonts. I'm gonna stick with Montserrat to keep it neat. Criteria in, right? I'll do some sort of emoji like a check. Boom. Criteria in. Obviously we have to change the color of this. But we're going with like a bigger font here and a bigger look as we have through the theme of the video. So yeah, that's fine.
Criteria in, applications out. Applications out.
Okay, I did not mean to do that. Apps out.
Responses
Styles, I don't like how far away that is, so I'm going to go to spacing, and then I'm going to go to line. I'm going to see. Yeah, much better. Yes, there we go.
tracked,
and I'm going to drag it all the way until the end of the screen.
pipeline. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked.
I don't like the emoji look anymore. So I'm going to, I tried it and I didn't like it. So neat but random will do. Here and here. I remember that YouTube, it has like a loading bar. So up until like here has a loading bar. So I got to keep everything up there. Otherwise the ads won't perform that good. It'll just cover up text on there.
Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are.
This has to be accurate to the times.
And most people. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked.
And I'll add like a click. I'm changing things like the words, so I'm going to add the audio effect of sounds of a click.
Criteria in, applications out, responses, pipeline. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked.
I don't like it in the center, so I'm going to put it towards the side here.
Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are still doing this manually.
You see how that looks really neat? I just put that together in like, what, 10 minutes maybe? No, I want to be cognizant of the bottom there. I think we're ready to add some captions.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself.
Maybe I'll add also like an automation or animation of typing.
I applied to hundreds of jobs. I applied. I applied. I applied. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one. I applied to hundreds of jobs.
The hook has to be the best. So if you ace anything, it has to be the hook. Type.
To hundreds of jobs. To hundreds of jobs. To hundreds. I applied to hundreds of jobs and
I'm going to add the text effect, sound effect of, yes, it already has it.
I applied to hundreds of jobs.
We're going to stop the effect after it stops typing.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, just start copying and pasting. Same resume.
I want to showcase, I get it now, I want to showcase like me actually going on LinkedIn and like actually doing this from over the shoulders so people can like actually visualize the pain point here. That's very important. So that's something I'm going to add in here after the video.
Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting. And then a different company. Answers and then pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI Apply and the whole thing.
We're going to add some fun captions before we add any music, because if we put music on, it covers up like the captions, or like the AI to actually tell what the captions are, because the music covers up like the actual audio. So we're gonna press audio, and I'm gonna add something that's like techie, tech savvy, but also chill at the same time. Make sure there's no copyright, especially when they're run as ads. Bang, 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 bang. I don't want it too corporate. I like the intro though. Bang, 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 bang.
I applied to hundreds of jobs. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI Apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import your Number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just blasting your resume everywhere, it's a real
I don't like that music, but essentially you find a music that you like,
criteria in,
put it in the background there, and just go from there. That's about it. When I screen record this for you, it messes up my audio so I can't hear it that well. I'm gonna add the music, but I'm gonna add the captions as well, since you see how I edit already. So all you do is press captions, you auto-generate it here, wait like a few seconds, boom. And then I never do 2-line captions ever. Even for this, I'd even like to do captions.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself.
Yeah, like this. I like this because it's entertaining, you follow along nicely, or 1 by 1 is good as well. And then I'm gonna go to fonts or styles, excuse me. Fonts, maybe that's a pretty good font. Styles, stroke, I don't like the stroke that's on this. I like a glow stroke. So I make it black, so it kind of looks like it's hovering from the footage. I don't like it too much. Don't do it crazy amounts, especially like this. I see creators do all the time a crazy amount. Don't do that. Do it just enough where it makes sense, right? Like just enough. Keep it modest. Then you're gonna go to text, and then instead of a yellow, you can choose which one you want when it highlights it. I like blue. Blue resembles tech, or purple because it is the company color. I like that one. And let's see what it looks like.
I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning, I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers.
I'm gonna delete this because it's too much.
To hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning, I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just
very good.
LinkedIn and just
maybe a little bit higher. And then when it comes to the fonts, you can, explore the fonts. Montserrat looks good. Elegant. Montserrat.
and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I want it to be a little bit bigger then. And then also you can go into the fonts or styles, excuse me, go over to bold italic, or go over to case and then make it uppercase if you want as well.
Resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI apply and the whole thing changed.
When there's like graphics like that, I'm gonna cut it off here, delete, and then I'm gonna go into the caption and then delete the rest of the caption here. There we go. Then I found
AI apply. Found AI apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import your job. Step number 1, import.
I'm gonna go back to the actual footage here. Go to the layer of the footage.
How it works. Step number 1, import.
Step number 1, we don't need that. So I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to delete step number 1 because we already have text on step number 1. Why would we need a caption that says step number 1, right?
Step number 1, import your works. Step number 1.
Make sure your captions are good.
Step number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all.
Add correct grammar, role, salary to get people to actually understand this. Your job criteria, location, comma.
Role, salary, all of it.
Comma after location, like a sentence.
Role, salary, all of it. Step number 2, the AI fills out all of it. All of it. Step number 2, the AI.
We're going to press layer here, move the layer.
Number 2, the AI fills out every. AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step number 3, every response.
And also I'm seeing like over white, it's a little bit hard to see the purple. So I'm gonna go to style and I'm gonna go to styles here, text, and I'm gonna move it to like a darker purple. So it's easier to see over the white. Darker color is much easier to see over that.
Response gets tracked in one dash.
And I think it's honestly even the glow on there. So I'm gonna go back to the glow, styles, glow, and I'm gonna check out the glow here. Range. A little bit better.
Tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just blasting your resume everywhere, it's a real pipeline. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked.
I'm gonna cut out the captions here.
Pipeline. And most people are still doing this manually and wondering why they're not getting callbacks. This is why. This is calling your name. Go get it now. Link is below if you want to set it up for yourself. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself. Every morning I'd wake up, open LinkedIn, and just start copying and pasting. Same resume, answers, and then a different company.
I never get an interview.
It was exhausting and it felt pointless. Then I found AI Apply and the whole thing changed. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, import your job criteria, location, role, salary, all of it. Step number 2, the AI fills out every application form for you automatically. And step number 3, every response gets tracked in one dashboard so nothing falls through the cracks. I woke up one day and hundreds of applications had already gone out while I was asleep. And that's the part that got me. It's not just blasting your resume everywhere, it's a real pipeline. Criteria in, applications out, responses tracked, and most people are still doing responses tracked, and most people are still doing this manually and wondering why they're not getting callbacks. This is why. This is calling your name. Go get it now. Link is below if you want to set it up for yourself. I applied to hundreds of jobs and didn't send a single one myself.
So it's important to re-watch it to see if there's anything you'd like to add. I'd still like to accentuate that pain point, but I'd add music behind it as well. I already walked you through essentially how I find the music. You can go on YouTube as well and look up like free, no copyright music and then download it from YouTube as well. Like just screen record it and download it. But essentially this is how I edit a video besides the music and like adding a couple more B-roll I'm gonna do off camera like I mentioned. This is about it. If more ideas come up, you can like add them, but yeah, that's how long it takes to edit a video, about like maybe an hour, 2 hours. But I was showing you step by step, so it took me longer than usually. But this is something that you just sit down, grind it out, and you do it. And then how I upload it is I 1080p, 30, I always do that. Make sure that AI Ultra HD is off and any other like smart HDR is off, optical flow is off. I don't touch bitrate ever. I export it like that. And then exporting. I like to look at it in the camera roll as well to see if it's okay. But then after it fully exports, stay on the screen here. I just proved to you that you can absolutely edit professional edits on your phone, by the way. So what's your excuse? After you export it, you're going to, okay, it's exported.
I applied to hundreds.
Wonderful. You're gonna go to your drive folder that you host your collabs, collab number 2 videos, video number 1, and I'm gonna do finished video. All right, create a folder for that, upload it, and this is the folder that we'll share with the client. Then we're gonna upload this. We're gonna name the file video 1 AI apply, right? Then we're gonna upload that, and then we are good to go there. It uploaded already. We can take a look there. The quality on Drive is much different. It looks like the quality is horrible on Drive, but really the quality is great. You just have to adjust the quality of footage that you're watching in Drive. But when you send it to them, the quality is just fine after they download it. But yeah, that's exactly how I do it. Now let's go over how I would essentially deliver a video. Say that the only video, like the AI apply video that I created. Now I'm gonna walk you through how essentially I deliver a video. So I go to my Drive folder, say that this is the only video I had to deliver. Press share, share, share. I'd add their email here. I would add their email here. I would add their email in here for us. And then I will show you right now. So AI apply, I already have on my job board. Finally, we're done with editing. Now let's deliver this thing. So I'm gonna go over to his email chain that we had here. I'm just gonna deliver it directly on this email chain, right? We're not gonna start a new email, nothing like that. We're gonna deliver it on the email chain. So AI apply. I also have it organized deal in progress over here too, right? This week's still catching up. Okay, awesome. So reply, I'm gonna send him the video. So I copied the video, I added him and his email in there. Where are you? Yoan. There we go. So I added his email, finished video. I'm gonna literally just send it as a viewer. Sent. Right here. And I'm going to share and copy here and make sure it lands on the email as well. Don't just expect him to see it, right? If you add his email on there. Hey, Yoan, thank you so much for your patience. I was sick last week, so I actually couldn't deliver on time. So I would say something like, and this guy's really chill, so always communicate with your clients, though. Always communicate with them. Hey, Yoan, thank you so much for your patience. Here is the first video. Here is the first video. Unfortunately, I was knocked out cold, sick, and I couldn't film and edit the rest in time, but the rest are coming this week. Take a look at the first video. Let me know if there are any revisions needed. And then let him know also that I was shared with his email. Right there. Dog. Hello. And then if you're, say this is everything, I'd say here's all of your videos, and I'd link like a Drive folder with all of the videos in there instead of a million different Drive links. Drive folder with all of the videos, and then every single video marked exactly how it was assigned. Or video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, video 5, right? And then explain the videos as well. So video 1, and then I'm going to, in parentheses, mark the concept. So auto apply pipeline. Right? Auto apply pipeline right there, right? And then I would say, thoroughly enjoyed once again working with you, and so excited to hear back. Again, your software is a one of a kind, something like that. And then thank you, Gloria, right? Something like that's how I deliver it. But right now, I'm not going to deliver it because there's more videos I have to add to the herd here, but this is exactly how I deliver it. Make it very short, concise, label the videos properly, add them to the files so they can actually see. You don't have to go back and forth. Gloria, give me access to the files of the UGC video. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Don't go through that. So this is the process here, and then make sure you confirm with them, hey, you loved their product. It's one of a kind. Like, you know, like gas them up a little bit, hype them up a little bit around their product because all these brand owners love their products and software, and then send it over. And that's how you deliver a video properly. Then you'd go back to your board and then press deliver, right? And then we'd move them over to, okay, it's edited, delivered. We'd wait for revisions, and then we'd go through payment as well with them. Payment's very simple. All you do is literally after they confirm it, you add an email saying, here's my PayPal link, or here's my PayPal name, right? I'll send you the exact version of everything after I get paid, whatever I've worked with this client before, they paid me, I trust them, we have a contract they signed, everything like that. So I don't necessarily need to go through the measures of a watermark. I know this guy's personality, he just wants to get things done, but this is exactly how I deliver it. So hopefully you liked this whole entire tutorial on how I do UGC. I'm gonna knock out these next videos, but nothing really to see because I showed you everything step by step exactly how to create UGC.
Hi, hello, it's Gloria. I was editing the video and I totally forgot to show you like the most important part of this whole entire collaboration, which is the freaking payment. I just got paid literally for the videos that I was creating. By the way, I started creating 5 videos for them and now they sent me another 10 videos to create. So over 15 videos for them this month, and it's gonna end off probably in between the 3 to 4K range in a singular month for this brand. So I'm gonna show you the payment without further ado so you can see what's going on. So this is AI Apply and they paid me $1,300 right here. As you can see, this is PayPal. They just paid me out and I'm so excited to cash this in and continue creating for this client. They loved the video, so it's a really, really good fit. And it shows that, hey, everything I showed you, go ahead and try it out because you very much could get a similar result.
And that you just watched, it's everything. And now you have the full process, the competitor research, the viral research, the scripting, the creative strategy, the filming, the editing, the delivery, everything I do live to land and keep retainers like this one, paying me $2,500 a month and beyond. If you actually implement what I showed you today, you're already ahead of like most creators who have been trying to figure this out for months on their own, by the way. And by the way, all of the resources and tools I mentioned today throughout this video are gonna be linked below, so you can grab those first.